What is up, guys and gals? Jonas95 here, and yeah, I done review Transformers Prime about Beast Hunters and R&D lines in first edition, but there is one thing missing that never actually got a figure from Deluxe or Voyager class. So yeah, so here he is. I had a something sensor review. This is a sensor review to this. It is Transformers Armicron's number 15 breakdown. I'm thinking, why are you reading this one? I'm going to explain the story. This guy here was originally, he was supposed to be a Voyager class back in 2012 at BotCon 2012. It was going to plan release the American version, but some reason it was cancelled because apparently he hates a bunch of peg holes over his bodies. Takara does have one in release. They're also planning to re-release it. Other characters like Jet Viacon, Unicron, Smokescreen, and all that. Some reason it was scrapped. It was Takara doesn't release Japan only. Now this is my first review of the Japanese figure reviews. So let's talk about Breakdown. Most of you know Breakdown is one of the Decepticons for the originals. To now then, he's one of the crews of Nemesis. He's introduced in Transformers War for Cybertron as a Decepticon campaign with Breakdown when he goes to save friends. He later in the Transformers Prime episodes of in Season 1 alongside with Knockout, where he was one of Bulkhead's rival. He later joined Recruit him until the Season 2 premiere. Unfortunately, he was murdered. He was murdered by Arachnids after she was double-crossed her, and she ends split body half after he gets booby-trapped in the web. He ends slices of the body is decapitated, and it ultimately kills him. He was later discovered by Agent Silas and a bunch of terrorist group known as the Meg. He later rebuilt him and gets resurrected possibly. However, in later episode, where Silas gets crushed by his fake Prime, known as Nemesis Prime, he later gets restored and he put his body and his breakdowns take his control. Unfortunately, he was defeating him. He was taken away by Knockout during experiment tortures. It was never to see him until Season 3, Episode 3, where Knockout Starscream plans to resurrect the Breakdown back to life using Dark Energons. But unfortunately, his experiment goes wrong and he turns into a zombie known as Deceptic Zombie when the hell breaks loose. At the end episode, he finally discovered that Arachnids really recognize her. Unfortunately, she decapitates, rips her chest, and eventually kills her again. And see Silas is dead. Apparently, he starts dying, and that's the only last we see him. It was never to see him or mentioned again. We never explain what happened to Silas. That's my big theory. So that is about the character breakdown. Let's talk about the toy itself. The toy itself, it's based on the vehicle mode. It is armor truck / monster truck. This one has a little soft light. Now there's no robot jumps. It does a little roll. And I do actually like he has a detail is translucent plastic with this grill stints. On the side it's got wheels. And on the back here it's got wheels in the back. Now, I was trying to early review it. I'm sorry because I apologize because because mom was because he accidentally. Now, for peg holes, it's got a little top here, here, and here, and also here. These are peg holes. One of the sundry introduced comes with the Armicrons. The those who do not know what's Armicron, it's basically a model kit. You put a snap piece together. Unfortunately, I don't have the stickers. I do not have one. Now here's the Armicron and his hammer. Looks a lot like accurate. The transform hand, his little put it then it here. With his hair and snap the piece. So here is I don't know what that is. Let us know. Leave a comment. Who is that? I do like nice. It's just a great plastic. It has a little Cyclops. Top here is a little translucent plastic. It's got little peg holes, and now the transformer back. Then his head. Here we have the back is in his hammer mode. Now, the transformer for breakdown. First, let's unpeg. Just bending his. Looks pretty easy one. So bending his. Then open. Now this little snappable piece. There's a little peg. We'll just rotate. So today, let's unpeg both arms. So then is me. Let's rotating. It's a little tight. Start rotating his arm, and also his opening here. Let's start then shot. Let's not forget close down and wrong arm for rotate. So here is breakdown, the first Japanese figure review. Here is breakdown in his robot mode. He looks really true accurate. We saw it in the cartoon. I really like his detail. Has blue on his chest, the arms. I kind of like the blue. I do actually like he has a dark blue. It has a legs, gray plastic. It's also stickers. Instead of put a detail paint, they replace stickers. I have no idea. Speaking of paint, let's take a look at the head sculpt. Here's a look at head sculpt. He looks nice, very accurate, and this is a Chakara figure one. It looks pretty accurate. We saw it in the show. I kind of like he has a blue headgear. I like his red-orange face with yellow eyes. He looks nice. He isn't very accurate, except in later episode, I've already said before. In episode where Breakdown was kidnapped by Silas, he gets a torture experiment. He tore his eyes right here. As he gets eye patch. This figure looks. There was also the variant. I think it's called. There was one, the black version. I think it's called Silas Breakdown. This figure looks same, except the color is all black instead of blue. And of course, I mentioned earlier, his eyes also puts eye patch mechanic battle damage eyes. That's when he also shoulders are chrome, and his grills was replaced by his chromes. And speaking of which, if you look inside, it has a little panel. There's also exclusive surgery comes with Silas figure. You put plug inside, you make Silas take control of bodies. That was kind of cool. I wish I had it comes with extra surgery. That's hard to find. Now, I got this figure at that got Christmas. My sister got me Christmas. That was in 2013. Back in 2012, this figure was going to be cost of $100, about $80. So nowadays, this will be $300. But there is no way how the Transformer collector gets hands on it. The most expensive action figure in history. One of the most expensive Transformer figure in history. Now for weapon surgery, you open it, has little peg holes. You plug in and he'll get this hammer mode. And smash the hammers. For the size comparison, here is the next to Bulkhead. He's a really same size for him. And here is next to Knockout. He's a very perfect size fit. He's almost at 7.5 inches. As well as articulation for breakdown. His head on ball joint left right goes up and down, has a ball joint. His arms goes up and down that much, goes in and out that much. It can't go out that much because hit by his shoulder pads. He also been left right. He does have bicep swivel, which is kind of cool. He has an elbow bended. His backward starts a little tight joint. There's no wrist movement, unfortunately. His waist can swivel 360 degrees. His leg is forwards and back, goes in and out. He has a thigh swivel, then at the knee, and the same goes forwards and back. There is no ankle pivot. So that's pretty much the articulation. So that's about Transformers Prime, the Armacron's breakdown. This is definitely the best This is probably the best figure out of all Transformers Primes that never got released in American. This is probably the best figure that never made in the U.S. It is also my first review in Japanese figures. And like I said before, this figure's cost is going to be $100. Is the most expensive. If you want to hand your fan of the Prime to this hand, I guess you might be adding your save your money for Christmas or birthday about this one. Most expensive. So yeah, I guess this is probably the most expensive figure large. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. So that is my final review of Transformers Primes. There was also a Japanese figure exclusive, another one called Unicron, which is another one figure that never got US. Like I said, this figure was right now it's definitely most the coolest one that never got released US. Now before I wrap this up, I'm gonna apologize, but I'm sorry because I did an early reveal of him, but I almost accidentally because Mom just came in the room and just had no pants. So sorry, Mom. Please forgive me. So anyway, hope it not get copyright strike. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about breakdowns here? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. So more transfer reviews for more reviewers. Be sure don't forget to smash the 10,000 likes. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. So thanks for watching and goodbye.